I was a child and it was a hot summer evening in Seoul. My family and close relatives packed snacks and a tent to escape the tropical night. We erected our tent beside the Han River, where other tents and mats with people like us gathered to spend the evening together. Sometimes families and strangers mingled when they decided to play a soccer game.
I used to camp in the backyard when I was young. My brother and I would run power cords out of the house so we could play video games in the tent.
You couldn't even disconnect your electricity while you're camping?
When we traveled farther to camp, we were more adventurous, of course.
What did you do?
Went around shaking other people's tents at night.
Were they scared?
No, they were annoyed.
When I camped with my Girl Scout friends, I will choose to sleep beside my friend who could tell me scary stories.
What were those stories about?
Ghosts and death. You must have been one of those kids who will throw an insect into a girl's tent.
No, I didn't do that. Though kids were sometimes afraid that earwigs would crawl into their ears in the middle of the night.
Earwigs?
Yeah, they feared that an earwig would lay eggs in their brains that will eventually drive them crazy.
Have you never learned that that's a groundless rumor? I'll never settle in your ear or harm you. I may eat small bits of your flowers and plant leaves when I get hungry, but never too much. I've got abundant wisdom from the earth because I burrow deep into the ground to sleep when it's winter. I lay eggs under wet leaves or cracks in woods. When I do, I make sure that my eggs are safe. I take care of my offsprings until they learn how to survive on their own.
What are they doing?
A lot of us didn't fear the fabulists and fabricators who convince us that we can keep growing endlessly without hitting the rooftop of this house for so many creatures, including all of us human beings. Instead, we were taught to be afraid of things that we shouldn't be. On a sunny summer day in Vancouver, I was walking with a friend of mine who was visiting from afar.
What are they doing?
Who?
Over there at the park.
Ah, that's a tent city. They don't have houses to live in, so they live there.
Nobody does anything about it?
To many people, it's an invisible city because they don't want to see it. Some people say something about it. Their feelings vary depending on who they are and how they see it. Others try to help, but they know their efforts become bandaged solutions under colonial policies that stigmatize the Tin City residents.
There are so many.
Yes, it is actually fortunate that at least the houseless folks are not further displaced. They have this community. They often get threatened to be removed from the side of the city.
Do we want to see the city? Do we?
It's autumn, and I'm still wearing summer shoes. I didn't notice until now that my shoes have got holes in the soles. The water on the cement seeps in and soaks my socks. My feet are getting heavier, and the sharp coldness quickly penetrates my feet and travels up my body. I don't want to walk anymore. I stop. The rain hits hard on the tarps covering the tent city across the road. I close my eyes, thinking, I wish to be home. When I open my eyes, I just need one bus ride to get to my place, but I feel miles away from home. What should I do?
Just squat. There's no one around. Only us and the earth.
What if a bug bites me while I'm peeing?
You're big enough to flood it away.
Okay. Would you watch if anyone comes around? Don't look at me.
Trust me. Feels good?
Yes, it feels good, but it's out of me forever.
Maybe not forever.
How so?
The water in your urine will join a bigger stream of water that collects and evaporates. It becomes a cloud that sprinkles raindrops that join the river that becomes your drinking water.
That sounds like a big stretch. You probably think I can go back into my mama's belly.
I think you can.
How?
Try a lullaby. Think about a lullaby that you used to hear as a baby.
Lullaby.
If you have trouble remembering, I can sing you mine. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetops. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
짜잔 짜잔 우리 아가 잘도 잔다 우리 아가. My mother was in a good mood when my partner and I took her to Salt Spring Island during her visit from Korea. The last time when I saw her, she was in her late 60s. Now she's in her mid-70s. The last time when she saw me, I was in my late 20s. Now I'm in my mid-30s. We found a nice wooden table and bench to rest. There was an earwig crawling on the table. When she discovered the insect, she jumped out of her seat. My partner took the insect on his finger and I gently blew it to the ground. My mother released her words into her breath of relief. 엄마는 벌레가 무서워. 그러니까 엄마 죽으면 땅에 묻지 말고 화장에서 바람 선선한 납골공원에 재워줘.
Mom is afraid of insects. If I die, don't bury me in the ground. Cremate me and let my ashes sleep in a memorial park with fresh breeze. Mom said Grandma had told Mom to come beside Grandma's tomb. But Mom is afraid of insects. The mountain in her hometown where Grandma's tomb is too far for Mom's daughter to come. I'd rather be ashes stored in an urban park that is easy for my daughter to come. Is Mom sad that I left too far? Is Mom lonely that I'm away too long? What was I so afraid of? Was I getting tired of losing myself? In the eyes of the growing buildings looking down, I needed the distance to love without losing my mind. I quietly lie down to bring my ear to the ground. They gave birth to both my mom and I. Since when have we stopped hearing the lullaby that the soil used to sing to us? May I sing you the lullaby that you used to sing to me?
Are you safe? I hope you are. Home